This section is a continuation of the discussion of pure functions, and in particular is about making and using pure functions with more than one variable. To describe a situation where that is useful, this input shows an array generated using a function called array. The first argument in array is a function that gets applied, in this example, to the numbers 1 through 10. The function that is applied can also be a pure function. This input, for example, uses array and a pure function that squares its argument to generate a list of the first 10 squares. That same array can be created using table, although in table it is necessary to introduce a variable. The array function can also generate arrays that are lists of lists. This input, for example, makes a list with 3 elements, each of which is a list of length 4. This displays that result as a grid, using 2 forward slashes to apply the grid function. If the function f is replaced by times, the result is a multiplication table. In these last few examples, the function f and the times function are used with 2 arguments. So to use a pure function in these situations, it is necessary to make a pure function that takes more than one argument. This input applies a pure function that takes 2 arguments. In a pure function, number sign 1 represents the first argument, number sign 2 represents the second argument, and so on. When there is only one argument, as in this example, the number of the argument can be left out. Here's a more complicated example, again using a pure function that takes 2 arguments. As in the earlier example, number sign 1 is replaced by the first argument, and number sign 2 is replaced by the second argument. This shows a pure function used in array to make a multiplication table. The pure function in this example is a pure function that takes 2 arguments. This uses a pure function that puts x in the multiplication table when the numbers are equal. That same result can be obtained using table, although as noted earlier, with table it is necessary to introduce variables. Another application where pure functions with more than one argument come up is in using an interesting function called fold list, which can be thought of as a 2-argument generalization of nest list. For reference, here is a simple use of the nest list function, successively applying a function f to an argument x a specified number of times. This shows the result with framed as the function that gets applied at each step. For comparison, here is a simple use of the fold list function. Fold list works by stepping through the elements in a list and folding in a new element at each step. The first argument in fold list is the function to apply at each step, the second argument gives the place to start, and the third argument is the list to step through. At each step, the function f is applied to the result from the previous step and the next element in the list. This shows fold list used with framed and f applied at each step. Probably the most common application of the fold list function is in programs that step through a list accumulating something as they go along, which is a common thing to need to do in real programs. For example, this shows fold list used with a function that adds its 2 arguments. In this example, fold list starts at 0, and at each step it adds the next element in the list inserted in the pure function in place of slot number 2 to the result that has been accumulated so far, which is inserted in place of slot number 1. The effect is to give a running total of the numbers in the list. Written out with all of the additions, here is the computation that is being done. And with the parentheses removed, the calculation looks like this. The first element in the result is the starting value, which is 0. The last element in the result is the sum of all of the elements in the list, and the other elements are the sums that are computed along the way. This shows a similar result using a list of variables rather than a list of numbers, which may make it easier to see what is going on. In this simple example, the same result can be obtained using the plus function by itself rather than a pure function, since plus can also take more than one argument and just adds up those arguments. A classic use of fold list is to successively fold in digits to reconstruct a number from a list of digits in the number. For example, this input uses a pure function that multiplies the result that has been computed so far by 10 and adds that to the next element in the list of digits. The effect is to construct a number from a list of decimal digits. In this example, the starting value in fold list can be omitted and the result still reconstructs the number. When the starting value is omitted, fold list starts the process with the first element in the list. This process of stepping through a list accumulating a result can also be done with images. For example, start with a list of images, and then apply fold list to that list and with image add as the function to apply at each step. The result is a running total of the sum of the images in the original list. The examples in this section illustrate extremely powerful techniques in a general style of programming called functional programming, which means programming by applying functions to the results of other functions. That's the end of the examples for this section. To summarize, here is the programming vocabulary from this section. The examples showed how to write pure functions with more than one slot or argument, and uses of pure functions in the array and fold list functions. You can find more information about the features that came up in this section by going to the Wolfram Language and System Documentation Center, clicking the Core Language Instructor button, and selecting Functional Programming from the menu, which brings up this page, which includes links to information on entering pure functions, links to the fold and fold list functions, and links to the array function and many related functions, several of which will be coming up in the next few sections. Here are the exercises from the end of this section. As an example, consider exercise 29.4. Use fold list, times, and range to successively multiply numbers up to 10, making factorials. Factorial is a function that takes a number n and multiplies all of the numbers from 1 up to n. For example, this computes the factorial of 5. In mathematics, the factorial of a number is conventionally entered by putting an exclamation mark after the number. For example, this also gives 5 factorial. To do the exercise, range can be used to get a list of numbers up to 10, and this applies fold list and a function f to the result from range of 10. Replacing f with times gives one solution to the exercise. The fifth element in this result, for example, is 5 factorial. This gives the same result using a pure function that multiplies its arguments.